Buong pwersa po yung gobyerno, kasama yung DSWD para tumugon sa kahirapan. That's why marami pa rin mga programa yung inumpisahan katulad ng Enhanced Partnership Against Hunger and Poverty na tingnan pa ang iba't-ibang aspeto ng kahirapan at paano ito tugunan. And we know that isa lang po ang ahensya yung DSWD at marami pang ahensya na dapat yung idea ng convergence like the Department of Agriculture at iba pang mga tumutugon sa kahirapan ng mga ahensya para matingnan pa yung I mentioned na different aspects of poverty and to design programs and services to respond. Malaki po kailangan para makabalik. Alam natin before pandemic, medyo mataas na yung inangat based sa NEDA, mataas na inangat ng ating ekonomiya. At the same time, na-reduce na natin yung poverty. However, because of the context, ito po ay nag-contribute sa pagkataas naman ng poverty sa atin.
It's just a parang hindi ko kayang kumain ng lunch. Yeah, what I mean is, I've been a media practitioner for several years already. And the same reasons we're getting from PSA, be it from other service-oriented agencies, that usually legal, the reason is disaster. So that's why, let's just accept it. Anyway, sir, okay.
Very quick lang ma'am, considering that we have already experienced na natin ito yung taas, baba, like disaster, I think the idea right now is once science is including our economic perspective, yung idea always na to build back better. What I mean here is that alam natin na every year dumadaan yung bagyo, why make the same design for schools? Why make the same design for electric poles? Okay, so ito po yung kailangan natin to increase our resiliency with any economic threat or disaster. The idea of build back better, pag-aralan talaga na kailangan na ba mag-redesign ng road, kailangan ba mag-redesign ng daan. And for the DSWD, we are also sa disaster response natin, we're also creating some innovation. Yung anticipatory approach na nung una tinitingnan natin, magbibigay lang tayo ng ayuda once matapos yung disaster. Okay, but now we're looking at, given all the data we already have, why not give ayuda before disaster? Ibig sabihin, pag dumating disaster, meron ng pera yung tao pambili ng kanyang bigas, pambili ng kailangan sa bahay, para mas mabilis yung response natin. Because, for example, we've noticed naman yung mga delays because gagawa pa tayo ng plano after na dumaan yung disaster. So these are innovations also to respond to this question of resiliency.
Regarding vaccination, how many unvaxxed or vaccinated people or members of the pan-COVID or for these beneficiaries have perished or have died due to COVID if you have monitoring of the same case?
On the yung sa mortality, yung sa figure, unfortunately, we don't have that now because still po, yung sa mandate on that is with the principal agency on that is on the DOM. From our end lang po, based on the case management monitoring po, it is naman to know that for the past year, 2020, as well as yung current po, we haven't received or been able to doon sa case management that there are special cases na may mga household members, be it grantee or other household members, na nagadan because of yung COVID po. So, dahil sa case management po, if may mga ganun po ay that should be automatic in the case management process that these are being referred to for various programs and services to be able to caution the shock that a mortality or any economic shock for that matter, for example, disaster or ano na nararanasan po or that have hit the household or the community.
Dito lang tayo sa good news. I said,
Very quick lang, just to inform the media friends natin, for the agency, 53 staff po ng DSWD ang nakakontract ng COVID-19 at zero death. Malalakas po ang taga-DSWD.
yay! Dito naman tayo, sir, sa good news kasi si Sir may presentation kanina mentioning the centenarians, and he said that he's happy that there are a lot of centenarians in Bicol. I don't know if Bicol is top among regions in the country, but maybe know if what could be the positive reasons why Bicol has the most number of centenarians.
Okay, thank you, ma'am, for that question. So, assumptions na lang, ma'am. Okay, we have not yet conducted research on why mahaba yung lifespan particular. But based on the interviews with some of the senior citizens, yung sekreto daw nila is gulay. Gulay lang daw talaga. So, siguro, yun yung available na resources kasi most of the matatanda na na-claim are based on rural areas. So, yung gatanan nyo and gulay, yun lang talaga ang sagot nila. Gulay lang daw yung kanilang pinagay. It's more on the food intake, I think. So, yun siguro, ma'am, yung reason why isa ang Bicol sa may matataas na beneficiaries ng centenarian, and we are one of those na may mga mahabang lifespan in the country.
So parang ang lead-in ko dito sa story, Bicolanos, most are old but poor, or kung gagawing positive is poor but old, or rights, poor and old. Anyway, just look for a better angle. Thank you po.
Maraming salamat.
We appreciate your answers.
Sir, na-late lang kaya kanina, baka na-discuss na, pero tatanong ko pa rin ba, kasi yun din yung point ng story ko. Ngayong pandemic, gano'n kalaking pondo yung binaba ng national government for people, ano yung mga programa doon, at paano siya nakatulong para kahit paano gumaan yung paghihirap ng mga Bicolano during that time. Thank you.
Sir, correct me. For 2021, we have a total budget of 12 billion. 12 billion for Region 5. And the majority of this fund were used part ng ating COVID-19 response. So kahit pantawid yan, that is still part of COVID response. Sustainable livelihood program, still part pa rin yan ng COVID response. The purpose of which is to mitigate the impact of na-quarantine, na-isolate, nawala ng trabaho, at impact on mobility. So kasama lahat yun. And to be more specific also, kanina na-present din yung value at numbers of family food packs natin na binigay or na-augment natin sa ating mga local government units na nag-declare ng kanilang mga granular lockdown. Because under our guidelines, DSWD is to augment yung mga LGUs na nag-declare ng granular lockdown. And half of the 14 days granular lockdown will be shouldered by the DSWD. So yun po. So, meaning, majority of the budget is part pa rin ng ating COVID-19 response and part pa rin po ng sulong recovery plan ng DSWD 2020-2022. Yes, sir.
Sir, again, yung figure, direct figure, billion, ilang billion ulit yan?
12 billion, the total budget of
12 billion.
DSWD. 12 billion.
Billion. 12 billion. Thank you po.
Good afternoon. Vice Versa Sir, Mandala's one will be implemented next year. So, how
how will the DSWD affect the implementation of bandanas, and what are the programs under the current system to be evolved before the LTEs?
I request Joseph para sa quick list of programs na i-devote natin.
And what would be the programs will remain within the agency?
Guys, can you also flash para flash?
Flash po ng presentation si Nila.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I'm late.
Okay. So, presenting, ma'am, the 8 programs that will be devolved to the local government units, as well as the 2 programs that will be transitioned to the National Commission for Senior Citizen. One is the supplementary feeding program. Second is the assistance to persons with disability. Third is the RRPPP, the social pension program, which will be transitioned to the National Commission for Senior Citizen. The centenarian, transition din po yan sa National Commission for Senior Citizen. The assistance to individual in crisis situation, however, yung sabi ko nga po kanina, the DSWD will still be implementing AICS, catering the interregional clients, including the clients referred to the malasakit centers in different provinces of Bicol region. Next po is the comprehensive program for street children and families, the Kalay Seeds, and lastly po, the Sustainable Livelihood Program. And in terms of strategy of implementing or devolving these programs, next slide please. So yan po yung strategy ng DSWD. Ito po yung naka-reflect doon sa devolution transition plan na year by year, meron po tayong i-devolve na programs. And along devolving these programs, as I mentioned po, ay meron po tayong capacity building development with the local government units as well as the technical assistance that will be provided to the implementing offices. And ito po yung mga local social welfare and development offices to ensure that the local government units will follow the standards set by the office in implementing po the devolved programs and services to them. So hindi po yan ma'am na biglaan na ibibigay na iiwan po. So meron pong transition plan na tinatawag po tayo to ensure that these programs, that the beneficiaries of these programs ay makaka-avail pa din po ng mga programs and services that will be devolved to the local government units as well as to the National Commission for Senior Citizen. Okay.
So sir, under the bandanas ruling, how many of the current system of the budget ng DSWD would be slash? Na may mag-channel sa LGUs. How many percent of the budget ng DSWD?
So as to the budget, ma'am, so this is equivalent to almost 20% of the whole DSWD budget. So kasi po, the majority of the funds of the DSWD is from the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program. So because of the Pantawid law, the Pantawid will be still be remain to the DSWD, so siya pa rin po ang mag-implement. And these programs, as I mentioned, ito lang pong 8 programs and services which is equivalent to 20% of the budget. Ito lang po yung ibababa natin sa local government unit. However, as I mentioned nga po, hindi po siya sabay-sabay that the next year ay lahat na po yan. So year by year, meron po tayong program. So SFP scaling down muna, then the next year full devolution na po siya. Same with other programs and services.
Sa 20% po yun, sir. Sa 20%, ilang millions or billions ang mawawala po?
Ma'am, I cannot the exact figure. So maybe ma'am later I can provide the exact figure of these programs and services. So let me compute lang ma'am yung specific figures of these different programs so that I can provide you with the exact figure.
Sa implementation po ba, kasi the local government unit will be flooded with budget dahil sa Mandana Suling. So, did you guys work for it, kung paano yung sharing, paano yung implementation about the devolution?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, the DSWD started the capacity building with the different local government units way back 2019 pa po, ma'am. So, nung mag-decision pa lang po ng Mandanas ruling ay nagsimula na po si DSWD ng coordination with the different local government units to the Technical Assistance and Resource Augmentation Program. We have crafted po regional TARA plan or the TARA plan, Technical Assistance and Resource Augmentation Plan of each of the local government unit, addressing the potential challenges that they may encounter in terms na nag-implement na po sila nitong mga devolved programs and services. So again, part of the devolution transition plan of the department is one, the proposed enhancement in the organizational structure of the local government unit, specifically the local social welfare and development offices. This is to address and to ensure that these programs are being implemented based on the standards as set by the department. Second is the capacity building and technical assistance. Part po yan, ma'am. Yan po yung matagal na pong laging ginagawa po ng DSWD. Even wala pong mandanas rulings, nandun po yung technical assistance and resource augmentation to the local government, especially po yung ating mga LSWDs.
Alright, if